Hello, this is Ricardo Francis, the Venting Vigilante. It's good to be with you again today. Today I'm going to be venting about airports. Yes, airports. There are airports all over the world, friends. It's a means of travel. That's where airplanes take off. But I'll tell you what is an airport, friends, in the conventional sense. An airport, friends, is a place where you have an airfield, of course. You have a terminal building where people with different facilities in terms of the airport transportation, where you have to go through security, you have to check your traveler documents. Of course, airports have gotten more sophisticated and more securitized as time goes on, especially since 9/11. Friends, but I want to speak to you about the historical development and the historical components of what constitutes an airport. Quite often, many of us confuse airstrip with airfields and airport. But friends, I'll tell you this. An airstrip is just a landing strip. It could be a strip in Farmer Joe Field or Farmer Jack Field. That's all it is. That's an airstrip. But an airfield actually has a terminal building. That's the conventional definition. So every airport, friends, is an airfield. So I'm quite certain that you understand the difference now, because quite often we get into these types of debates with friends and relatives, with colleagues, and they're obviously emotional components. We get into these kinds of debates. Oh no, that is not what an airport is. This is an airport. So I'm giving you the facts here today, friends. Now, friends, it is believed historically that the first airport in the world is actually 7,000 years old, according to the former Iraqi minister. He believed that the first airport was built by the Sumerians, of course, or aliens, as he believed, in Samaria, which was part of Mesopotamia, which is modern-day Iraq. So it is believed based upon a Sumerian historian. I don't know anything about that, friends. What I do know about, friends, is that the airport that we know to be the first airport, or the first airstrip or airfield, is in the one that was done by the Wright brothers. Of course, they are the inventors of the aviation, the airplane, and I believe this is in Maryland. It's called College Town or College Park Airport. Is actually considered to be the first airport in the world. Friends, it's based upon interpretation. Friends, it's also believed that the first commercial airport in the world is actually built in the UK. In 1928. It's actually closed now. It was called Creighton Airport. It's just outside London. So friends, it's a question of interpretation. Friends, in fact, most of us will imagine that the largest and busiest airport will probably be in London or maybe in New York. It's not. The most busy airport and the largest airport in the world is actually in Atlanta. Yes, Atlanta. Hartfield, Atlanta. The second busiest airport is in China. The smallest airport is in the Dutch island of Saba, and it's also one of the most dangerous airports in the world. Friends, you're probably wondering why I'm talking about airports. Friends, airport has played a significant contribution in terms of world travel, in terms of development of society. And in some countries in the world, friends, politicians of all stripes, political stripe, have used the development of airport to get elected to office and to stay in office while they're milking the public purse. Friends, that is dishonesty at its highest order. Friends, I call it the politicalization of airport. So friends, next time you're debating your friends and relatives about what constitutes an airport, or you're in an airport, must realize that the airport is actually an airfield. Friends, I love you. I love sharing these moments with you. See you next time.